Hi, this is Jen from the Inky Flamingo. This is day 2 of making easy happy birthday cards. This is the card we're going to be looking at today. Again, same stamp set as yesterday, the Unbounded Love, with just a little bit different twist on it. So I have the measurements on my blog, www.theinkyflamingo.com. I will put a link in the description on YouTube. So let's just go ahead and get started with it. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and pop them down in the comments or contact me personally. I'd be happy to answer them for you. So what we're going to start out with is a regular card base. And we're going to cut off the edge of it. So I'm going to take it over to my trimmer. We're going to cut off 3/4 inch off the front of the card base. Let me bring it over so you can see. So we cut this piece off. And we're just going to save that for a later project. We don't need it for this card. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our DSP. I've already pre-cut the DSP so that I can just quickly assemble it for you. And the DSP will measure 3¼ inches by 5 inches. And all we're going to do is we're going to put it on the front. Either glue or tape, whatever adhesive you prefer. So give me a minute while I go ahead and do that. Again, using my tear and tape. And a fun fact here, this is actually the same paper I used yesterday, except it's the flip side. One thing I really love about Stampin' Up's papers is that they coordinate so well. The designs, for the most part, are really pretty. They coordinate together, and you can feel confident about using them. You know, with matching inks, matching art tools such as markers, watercolor pencils. It's really nice because they take all the guesswork out of it for you. So I'm gonna go ahead, peel off the backing of my tear and tape. Maybe sometimes I have trouble with this, but it's okay. Part of the process. I think I might switch to a tape runner for these videos because it would be a lot quicker. So just go ahead and center it on as best you can. Now I like having a little bit of the edge sticking out here on top. Let's see if I can show you that. The edge, if you want to bring your DSP down a little further, go ahead and do that. It would probably be like 5¼ inches. But I like having the cardstock color actually show through. Today I'm going to be using Berry Burst. That's the color of the cardstock. And I'm going to use the ink to stamp my happy birthday. So I will do that quickly. There we go, there's our happy birthday. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it on with dimensionals. I think there's like two dimensionals left on this particular sheet, so I'm just gonna go ahead, use those, and then grab a new sheet of dimensionals. You can put them on however you want. I think yesterday I put them across the middle. Today I'm just putting them 3 on. Kind of equidistant. Not entirely, but. So go ahead, just push that on. There, your front is done. For the inside, normally I do the white cardstock first, but for this card we're going to do the DSP. And the DSP for this measures 4 inches by 5¼ inches. Again, all the measurements are on my website, so you can always grab them there. Or if you're an email, a newsletter subscriber, they are already in your inbox. So go ahead, back to the tear and tape. There's actually 2 different ways that you can do the inside if you like. You can do it this way where you cover the entire page, or you can do strips. Make your white cardstock a little bigger and then just put strips on either side of the white cardstock. But I like having the entire design come through. I think it looks a little nicer, more brighter for your card. Go ahead, peel off the tear and tape. The nice thing about tear and tape and why I use it, I think I mentioned yesterday that it's not as sticky as glue, but it's also very strong. Like, you put it on, you adhere it to your card, it's on. Like, there is no going back once you place it on your card. So go ahead, put that on. So I like the bright effect that has. So then for our inside piece, we are going to stamp it first, and then we will put it on our DSP. So I'll go ahead and do that. And this is a little smaller than a normal card insert. What we are going to do is we are going to put it all the way to the left. There should only be about 1/4 inch showing, because what you want to happen is when you close the card, you don't want to see the white, you just want to see your DSP. So that is the trick with this card. So the white measures 3 by 4½ inches. Normally, the white insert would measure 4 by 5¼ so this is quite a bit smaller than what I normally put in my cards. And you can do the 4 by 5¼ You would just need to, like I say, put strips, maybe 3/4 inch strips of DSP down each side. That would save on using your DSP, or if you only, sometimes you just want to use scraps, and then that would work fine for that. Okay, so here is, again, we're going to want to place it in 1/4 inch. It doesn't have to be too exact, but you just want the card to be able not to show the white part. So that is our happy birthday card. This circle is 2½ inch circle, but you can use any shape you want. You can use squares, you can use hexagons, whatever you have available to you. And it all seems to work out. So another thing you could do is you could move the circle over, so that's kind of covering this edge. But if you do that, you want to make sure not to glue it onto this part, because then you'll glue your card shut. But that's today's card, day 2. Thanks for tuning in and watching. I hope this has inspired you to make more cards. Talk to you tomorrow.